It's about time! Hello everyone and welcome to my nerdy little corner of the internet.
Time to say hello, goodbye, I'm late.
Lorcana has given us a brand new card and brings some confirmation to some of our questions. But of course, as always, more questions seem to replace them. White Rabbit's Pocket Watch is a 3 flourish cost item in Amethyst with I'm late. Exert and pay 1. Chosen character gains Rush. Rush is a brand new keyword revealed to us from Lorcana. Characters with Rush can challenge the turn they are played. This tells us that Lorcana is going to have a form of summoning sickness similar to Magic, Digimon, and other TCGs. For those who don't know what summoning sickness is, when you play a creature or character-like card, they enter with summoning sickness. This means that they're unable to attack or activate abilities the turn they enter play. This gives your opponent a chance to interact with the card before you do too much with it. It helps create balance and keeps the game from having these feel-bad moments of a player bringing down this super powerful creature and you unable to interact with it before you're
defeated.
So now we know that characters cannot challenge the turn you play them unless they have the Rush keyword. What does this mean for abilities? Does this imply that characters can already activate abilities when they enter play? Or does Rush simply say, you can't do either, but now you can challenge the turn you enter? Depending on how this question is answered is going to kind of send us different routes of analysis. For example, if you're able to activate abilities the turn they come out, that makes cards like Elsa, who have activated abilities that exert, so much better, as they will be the only characters that are able to do things the turn you play them. But if you're unable to activate abilities no matter what, for now, there might be a keyword that says you can activate abilities on the turn you come in, then cards like Elsa, you have to see their abilities happen a turn later. We also don't know if the item cards have this kind of effect either. It is implied that this effect of this summoning sickness is implied by Lorcana that the ink needs to dry. So whenever you summon these glimmers, you need to give it a turn to dry, unless you rush your glimmer. So instead of summoning sickness, I'm going to use the term penned because we're using ink to create glimmers, and so whenever a card enters play that turn, they are penned. It's a nice little play on the word pinned as well, which means they're unable to do certain things.
We can't retreat, we're pinned down!
Now that we know that characters enter the battlefield penned, cards like Scar are going to have a harder time making use of their abilities. Scar is either going to need White Rabbit's Pocket Watch in order to challenge on that turn, or you're going to need to have other characters on the field when you play Scar in order to take advantage of his ability. White Rabbit's Pocket Watch appears to be a decent resource sink in the late game when you draw your Mickeys and your Maleficents, so then you can use that one extra resource that you happen to have to let your card go swinging right away. Cards like these are good to have. However, 3 cost to enter play might be a little too much. We will see whenever we get more cards and we learn more about the game in spring. But for now, it's a good mana sink along with the Magic Mirror. And mana sinks, or I guess resource sinks, are a good thing to have in your decks as you get to optimize all the resources that you have. The Penned mechanic and Rush raise a greater question for me. Why does exerting matter? Why does it matter that a character is exerted? Does it simply mean that this character has been used up for the turn cycle? Is there other connotations to it? For example, in Magic the Gathering, a tapped creature is unable to block. But it's clear that we don't really have that kind of mechanic here in Lorcana. So what does this mean? Can this mean that we can only challenge exerted cards? In that case, where does the initial exertion start? All these questions are going to be answered in time, but these are the things that kind of pop up to replace the questions of, are there summoning sickness, Are we able to challenge right away? But let me know what you think. Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye.